Good morning. Alright, so we're going to talk about how to replace the blue duster. Basically, if you look down here, you'll be oiling the lanes and you'll get an error on this. It'll say like D5 error. If we go over here, we'll see D5 is duster unwind error. Or it's like a D6, duster wind up error. Basically, it's saying there's a problem with the duster. The duster is this blue cloth right there. So usually when you get that error, you'll see that there's like no more blue cloth on this hole or whatever, plastic pipe, and that means you need to replace the duster. So we're gonna go over how to do that real quick. It's really not too bad, it's just kind of complicated. So you can totally replace the duster while you're out on the hardwood. You don't have to do it in here. You're just doing it in here because there's classes right now. The dusters are located in these boxes right here. It says red edge lane cloth. It's blue. Don't know why it says red. Okay, so what we're gonna do is first we're gonna take out the old duster. So you'll notice it's spring loaded on this side right here, and so if we pull the pipe this direction, it'll pop out, and then we can just slide it out. Okay. So with this top pipe you just pulled out, we're gonna keep this plastic. It's important to keep that. So we're gonna rip the blue off of it. So we're pulling the blue off of this top pipe. Now notice there's this yellow strip. We're gonna use this later. So keep this pipe here. And then the bottom, which has all the cloth on it, it's spring loaded on the other side. So it's spring loaded over here. So we're gonna pull it this direction to pop it out. Okay, now there's a metal pipe inside the bottom roll of cloth. We're going to take the metal pipe out. We're going to use that later. And then this cloth, which is dirty, we're just going to throw in the trash can. Okay, so the way to replace the roller, if we look right here, if you want to come zoom in on this, there's a diagram that shows how the roll is supposed to go. So basically it's saying it's going to rotate this direction, the cloth is going to come down, and it's going to go around this big circle thing. That's this white guy right here is that circle it's going to go around. And then it's saying that the cloth is going to come back around this metal pipe, and then it's going to connect to the bottom roll. So that's really confusing. I'll just show you how to do it. Okay, so first we're going to take the tape off of this. Alright, so we've got the tape off, the fabric is free. Okay, now this is the old tube. We pulled it off of it, it had that yellow stripe that we were talking about. With this guy, we're going to take off the yellow strip. And it's going to reveal like a sticky strip. So we take off the yellow, we're going to throw that away, and now there's this sticky part. So we're going to use that in a minute. And then we're going to place this on the lower roll down here. So you'll remember it's spring loaded on this side down here. And then over here there's actually some notches. If you want to come down and look at this. So there's this little pipe, or this little pokey thing right there. That's going to line up with the notches on this right here. So we want this notch to be over there. You'll notice on the other side of this there aren't any notches, so you have to make sure you're picking the right side. And we're going to stick it in here so that it lines up. So we'll put the pipe onto the spring loaded side first. Again, this is the bottom side. So we're sticking it in there, and then we'll put it on. So now it's locked in place, and we've got this sticky strip right here. Okay, next we're going to take our new roller and we're going to put it in. So if we look down at the diagram, we can see the arrows are pointing so that the fabric is going down that way, which means we want to set up our roller so that the fabric is going to go down this way. Okay, so what I do is before I stick it onto the two rotating things that'll hold the duster roll, I just leave it like this, and I'm just going to pull out some fabric. And now let's look. So we see the fabric comes down, The fabric comes down here, it's gonna go around this large circle, which is the white thing, and then it's gonna come back around this circle, which is this metal pipe right here. If you look, it's this metal guy right there. It's gonna come back around that, and then it's gonna finally land on this plastic pipe right here. So, the fabric, I'm gonna push it, if you wanna come look down here, I'm pushing it down behind this white roller. I'm gonna kind of rotate the white roller to feed the blue fabric around, and then we're gonna pull it, so the fabric's gonna come behind this metal. So I wanna pull the fabric back this way, and then I'm gonna have it so the fabric comes and it's gonna land right on top of this, and I'm gonna stick the fabric to that sticky patch. So then we're gonna have the fabric, and I'm just gonna lay it flat on that sticky patch right there. And so now it's in. And then if I just roll this to tighten things up, you can kind of see it. So basically, again, the fabric, it went down behind this white roller, then it came back up, and now it's, you can see it's behind this metal rod, and it came up on top of the sticky patch, so I can roll it up. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of tighten this up a little bit, and I'm gonna stick, again, this is the spring-loaded side on the top over here, and so I'm gonna stick this onto it first, and then over here, same thing. So you see this, there's this little pipe, or this little metal thing right here. So that is gonna line up with these notches right here. And so I'll push in, stick that in, now it's lined up. And that's pretty much how you replace it. The next thing we have to do, so we'll close this up, and then we're going to reset the duster setting. Okay, so now that we've put the duster in, we need to reset the dusting schedule on the machine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this, and we're gonna press menu, press it again, and we're gonna go until it gets to the duster, system control duster. When we get to this, hit next. It's gonna bring up unwind time. We need to change this because it adjusts the unwind time as you use the roll. So we just hit reset, it'll bump that down to 11, then we're good to go. So what you then do is hit menu, you just keep hitting it until it takes you back to that. And like you'll kind of hear the machine kind of start up again, but once it says custodian, whatever, then it's good to go. And so from here you're good to go. You can start lane typing again, and it should work just fine. Thank you for working at the BGC. You are doing God's work.